Edition of Draw Along with Dan. I'm cartoonist Dan Lietha, and we are going to draw in our series of horns and antler animals this week. We're going to draw a water buffalo, and maybe some of you are singing a particular song in your head right now. But let's get our pencils out, and I'm going to get my red marker out, and it's my digital marker, and let's start tracing the water buffalo. And we're gonna take it easy today because the last couple days have been really difficult in the sense of the animal has been 3/4 view and the antlers or the horns have been very complex. The water buffalo here is straight on, so it's mirror image. Each side is the same mostly, and then the horn structure here is very simple. So let's start breaking down the let's make sure I got this on the right layer here, and I don't. Glad I checked that. All right, so the basic shape that I see here is that. So that's the basic structure of the water buffalo face. And then after that, I would maybe do a line across here for where the horns are up on top, as far as where they sit. Of course, they're rounded off a little bit right there, and split in the middle, and then the muzzle, the nose, and the mouth structure right here are really fun. You could do like an oval right there. And then I see lines like this that'll help us figure out the eyes. And then the eyes go right about here. And then the horns themselves, again, very easy. What you could do is start like this. Just draw the midpoint in a sense, just to get the area where the horns are, and then of course thick at the beginning where they attach, and then graduate down to a very thin point, not sharp, completely sharp anyway. Right around there, and right around here. So again, easily done. Round it off up on top, and then the nose structure. Again, look at how you could draw a line right down the middle, and what is on the one side is on the other side, just flipped. So for the nose, I would draw a line like that, and then come around, and then for the mouth, drawing mirror image type stuff is fun. It helps you see where you're off, because you can flip it and you can find out where you've gone wrong. It's kind of a forehead structure here. And the eyes will be in the middle. I love, again, some animals have these kind of droopy looking eyelids. Then the ears. Interesting structure for the ears. Both come down like that. And then go out. Then they've got this top section there. And then come back. So something like that. And then you just do the same but opposite thing on the other side. And there we have our breakdown for our water buffalo. Again, I'm not going to concentrate too much on the neck and the body part. We can just draw an indicating line right there where those things are. But let's take our sketch and reduce that down. We can use that for reference over here. Our main photo reference is going to go away, and up in the corner here I've got some other reference ready to go, so we can have some drawing real estate. So there we go for that. I'll get myself a nice drawing layer for the sketch. Let me see how I can adjust the size here. Give myself some drawing real estate again. There, I think that works. Move my palette down a little bit. It's funny how when I record live, again, this is pre-recorded because of a scheduling conflict today. But when I record live, you can't see my palettes. So I got this palette here, and then a palette up here with the layers that I use a lot. And so it looks like my cursor is just kind of floating around as I'm talking. But this is what I'm doing, is I'm selecting different options and colors and stuff. So that's the behind the scenes of what's going on when I'm recording live. Of course, I'm pre-recording today. So we're going to start out with, let me check my layers to make sure I've got there we go. Layers is easy to get wrong, let's put it that way. All right, so we start out with that box, that box's shape, something like that. I'm making it wider up on the top because I want to accentuate the top of the head. And then you've got this muzzle area that's fun. Let's draw that center line. All right, and then I'm a little out of order here, but that's the horn section. That sounds like I'm talking about an orchestra. And there we go. And again for the nose. And then the nostrils come in like that. Go around. I hope over the course of doing these that you see how the tracing part helps. Breaking it down and kind of studying it before you just launch into drawing. It really, really does. So there's the muzzle part, and then actually, let's see, I drew more of a line like that and a line like that on my tracing, blocking in those areas. The eyes, right around there. Water buffaloes have been in some animated features of late, and they are, let's just say they have very interesting facial features. And then the ears, let's see, the eyebrow right there. Just going to draw the width of the ears so I know about where they go. Then go down. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. I like the top of that ear to get that thickness, and then Look, it's just the funny shaped ears too. There we go for that. And then the challenge is always fitting the horns on the page. So let's well, so we're going to start with the midline. Let's see, we end up on the right here. Oh, that's pretty close. Just scooch my reference over and this over a little bit. And then move our drawing over. Oh, I'm off the I'm off the file. All right. Well, we'll have to reduce this down in size a little bit. There we go. Again, another advantage of digital drawing. You can't adjust the size on a piece of paper. So if you're drawing this on a piece of paper, sorry. I get to do some things that you can't. All right, and then to the point. And I'll fill that up a little bit more. Oops. Sometimes you might want to do a halfway and then like start here, get that thickness, and then that's maybe an easier way than just trying to go all figure it all out. With some practice you can do that, but if you have trouble doing that, then you can start out, go halfway, and then connect the other half the other way. All right, then our body lines for that. Eyelids. Right there. So I think that'll get us into the ballpark as far as draw that brow ridge, that nose, top of the nose. And then they've got, again, very interesting eye structure. Very interesting facial structure, period. They're just really interesting looking animals. Okay, so let's knock that back, lower the opacity, and then do our inking layer. I'm going to start with the nose. I really love that nose. And again, because this is straight on, it's symmetrical. So you can do one thing on one side and then just do the mirror line. And it's a real exercise in symmetry. And you won't get it quite perfect all the way around, but it's got funny top of the mouth, how it kind of has this upper lip that sags. And then the bottom chin. You can see some little indication of some teeth in there. I'll give it a bottom lip. That continues around there, so very funny looking mouth. And then this line goes like that. Do the same on the other side. And then I'm trying to stay free of the eye area because I want to draw that in last. All right, and then the top of the nose. You don't have to draw all the details of all the forehead and such if you don't want to. Kind of keep it simple. It's got a lot of interesting wrinkles and stuff up there. Now the horn part. I'm going to actually enlarge it a little bit and make it exaggerated a bit. Go around. And then, again, I'm increasing that on top of the head there. Come around. Now, water buffaloes can have somewhat of an attitude too, but this guy looks kind of lazy and very chill. And the top of that thick part of the top of the ear is very furry. So we'll make it that way. And then there's some really nice wrinkle type folds right there. And then the other side. Go around. Some slight fuzzy furry there. But then that must help keep the bugs out of the ears, I would imagine. There we go. Some indication of shadow, and although drawing it like that, it's hard to tell if it's shadow or if it's just more fur, hair, ear hair, I guess. But if I cross hatch it, then it makes it a little clearer that it's not just hair. All right, so we've got most of everything else. Let's add some shadow to the nose, and now the eyes. I'm going to somewhat stay similar to what I see here. Because the eyes are really round there. They just got these funny little eyelids on them. Just draw the circle there for the eye. And then I'm going to draw like these little bags right here. That's sort of what you see there, although this is less extreme than the photo. And now the pupils. reflection. There, he's kind of a sad guy. All right, and then we could add a little shading and indication of some shape to the horns. And then there's some texture here. Not going to get super detailed, but add some idea of the shape of the horns too. They are a main feature for this animal, for sure. Just pay attention to where the shading is, the shadows are on the reference. And then maybe a little shading on the bags of the eyes. And I think that'll do it for our water buffalo, although I gotta do this. And let's do some quick indication there for the because otherwise those lines could be like long hairs or something. But if you fill in, put some cast shadow where the head is above the body. There, now it reads more like the neck and such underneath. There. So there's our water buffalo. Let's take the sketches out. And then I sign my name, because that's how you need to finish your artwork. All right, danlietha.com. You can check me out online. All my artwork and stuff is on my website. And please follow me this summer. Like and share. And tell your friends that, hey, there's this guy that does these lessons online, and they're kind of fun. I hope they're fun. So I will be figuring out what our last antler or horned animal is going to be for Friday. Tune in to find out what that's going to be. And thanks for watching another episode of Draw Along with Dan. Have a good day.